Neil Magny against Max Griffin.
Wicked fight.
Really good fight. I always underestimate Max Griffin.
Yeah.
Every time I do. Because he had a rough stint, didn't he? I mean, he's been a bit up and down in the UFC as far as his career goes. He's been in for a while though. Made his debut against Covington. That's a bit rough.
Yeah. I'm surprised this fight's not on the main card, to be honest.
Yeah, is it like a featured prelim? Is it in a spot on the card where
it's like the co-main prelim?
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. Someone knows what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Someone does.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean about Max. Like,
I just always underestimate him.
Yeah,
I always underestimate him. He's got like this kind of. He's someone that doesn't look very good at striking, and no matter how much he trains, it doesn't look like he's ever going to look like Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's never going to look super slick. Some people have just got a rhythm for it, you know. Like you just watch some people strike, and you're like, okay, that suits you.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it suits Max Griffin. It doesn't mean he's not effective with it, but it just doesn't look like it suits him very much.
Yeah.
But he surprised me against Song Kenan. I didn't pick him to win that. I thought that Song Kenan was going to smash him because he's got really heavy hands. And then coming off a win over Condit as well, a decision win over Condit, who's always a tough test. I mean, the amount of experience he's got. What is that? 45 fights now Condit's got.
Yeah, I found that these guys, like Magny and Griffin, they're both similar. Like their record, like you were saying about that fight earlier, if you give them 10 more fights, it will kind of look the same in terms of record. I feel like Max would probably have a similar record to Magny a little bit later on in his career.
Yeah. He just seems to be kind of finding his rhythm now. Max does.
Yeah, taking ears as well.
Yeah, right. Ooh, that was rough. But like, I mean, you look at the losses that he's had. Like, I mean, aside from Covington stopping him in the third round, and he was just exhausted at that point. Covington had been mauling him for so long. He kept binding his wrist and smashing into him. You remember that one because Covington even stood up afterwards and he was like,
"Yeah,
what motherfucker?" or whatever.
Yeah, is that? I think that was the one where he was like. The belt and stuff.
Yeah. So then you got a first round finish and then a unanimous decision loss to Zaleski dos Santos. Beat Mike Perry by decision. 2 decision losses, Curtis Melander and Alves. That Melander fight would be an interesting one to rewatch for this because they're very, very tall, both of them, aren't they? Like Curtis Melander gave him problems with his reach and his height. That's sort of worth thinking about. But yeah, like split decision loss to Morono. To Oliveira. Split decision loss, unanimous decision to Morono. He's just kind of stumbled, and I think that's why I underestimate him because I've seen him lose decisions a lot. But he's kind of found his rhythm now.
I think because we when we were at the PI, he was there, and we spoke to him and his team for a little bit, and I think. Between the Oliveira and Brahimaj fight, he changed a lot in his like mindset as well. Like he got a coach in just to focus on
hypnotist, someone to get rid of his fear of spiders.
But I remember he was talking a lot about changing a lot in like his fight camp and the mental side of things. So maybe he's had a bit of a resurgence in that respect.
That could be it.
Eating seaweed and stuff
like
that.
Yeah. There you go.
Maybe it's the seaweed.
It'll be the seaweed. That's what it is. High in chlorophyll. That's what he needed. I'm still leaning towards Neil Magny, but that's me underestimating Max Griffin again. I think Max Griffin might surprise me.
Yeah, I went for Max. I just like
You went for Max, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going for Neil Magny then.
He's fun to watch, and he's a cool dude. I'm gonna go for Max.
Yeah. I just feel like he might. Yeah, I'm going to make an argument for Neil Magny then. I think he might struggle with the reach of Neil Magny. Yeah, there we go. That's my assessment of it. I do really genuinely feel like I'm underestimating Max Griffin because I feel like I've done it like 3 times before already. Yeah, is the tail of the tape. So we've got 6'3" for Neil Magny, 5'11" for Max Griffin. So 4-inch height and a 4-inch reach advantage, 80 inches for Neil Magny. Yeah. I'm going Magny. Why not? Why not?
I'm gonna stick with Max. Yeah.
The thing is, like, making predictions on these kind of fights is like, who the fuck knows? Because
Yeah.
you don't know how their week's going. You don't know whether they got food poisoning from such and such, and you know what I mean. You just don't know. You don't know whether they've got sore throat and they're feeling kind of run down, or whether they've like fallen out with their girlfriend, or whether their neighbors stole their lawnmower. You've got no idea what's going on.
True.
Like, we are literally shooting in the dark here.
Yeah.
Like, because like these guys have been pros for a long while. Like, either one of these guys can come in and beat the other one. There's no doubt about that. 18-8, 25-8. They both know how to win. They both know how to lose. Who knows what's going to happen is the reality of it.
I feel like there's quite a lot of those fights on this card. There's a couple later on as well.
Yeah.
That are very similar, like similar records, similar experience, and I feel like it's those guys that aren't really in like the top tier of the division, but those like middle kind of guys.
Yeah.
And they're just fighting each other now.
Yeah. Which is some of the best fights.
Yeah.
Because they're still kind of a bit unpolished. They're still willing to take chances, and you know, they've not got a massive way to fall because they're not particularly at a great height already. You know, I think it's a good one. I think Neil Magny's gonna take it.
Yeah.
He's a very, very tough gatekeeper. I don't even think it's fair to call him that. But I will go on record to say I think I'm still underestimating Max.